Hello everyone, welcome back to Iron Shield Media. Today we're diving deep into one of the most controversial aircraft in modern military aviation, China's Chengdu J-20 stealth fighter. Touted as the symbol of China's military modernization, this so-called fifth-generation jet is often portrayed as a rival to America's F-22 or Raptor and F-35 Lightning II. But when you look beyond the propaganda, a different picture emerges. Beneath the glossy surface and intimidating design, the J-20 may be far from the game changer it claims to be. Some experts even call it a flying lie, a paper tiger that looks fierce but hides deep structural and technological weaknesses. The J-20's exterior certainly tells a story of ambition. It's sleek, long-nosed, and angular, designed to mimic the stealth geometry pioneered by American engineers decades ago. Its delta wings and canard configuration make it look futuristic, even intimidating when viewed from afar. But experts quickly notice something off. Unlike true stealth fighters like the F-22, the J-20's canards, those forward fins near the cockpit, compromise its radar signature. They reflect radar waves, reducing its stealth advantage. In other words, what China calls a ghost jet is not so invisible after all. The aircraft may dodge detection from low-end radars, but advanced systems used by NATO or U.S. forces can still pick it up quite easily. That alone exposes how much of the J-20's image is built around illusion rather than innovation. As we move closer, the surface finish and panel alignment also tell their own tale. A true stealth aircraft requires near-perfect manufacturing precision. Even small gaps or misaligned panels can reflect radar waves and break stealth integrity. Western engineers who analyze satellite images and show footage noticed irregular seams and reflective coatings on some prototypes, details that suggest the Chinese are still struggling to achieve true stealth consistency. The paint might look shiny and threatening, but its effectiveness against radar remains questionable. Even the cockpit canopy lacks the same high-grade radar, absorbent coating seen on Western fighters. Inside, however, things are far less impressive. The J-20's interior is basic compared to the cockpit sophistication of the F-22 or F-35. The avionics appear modern, with large digital screens and a heads-up display, but most of it is believed to be copies or reverse-engineered systems inspired by Russian and American designs. The Chinese aviation industry has come a long way, but it still lacks the software integration and real-time sensor fusion that defines true fifth-generation combat capability. The pilot's situational awareness is limited compared to U.S. jets, where data from multiple sensors are fused into one unified display. In the J-20, the systems may work, but they don't communicate as seamlessly, leaving pilots with fragmented information during fast-paced aerial engagements. Performance-wise, the J-20's biggest Achilles heel lies in its engines. Despite its aggressive design, the aircraft is powered, or at least was powered for many years, by Russian AL-31 engines, the same ones used in older Su-27 and Su-30 fighters. These engines lack the thrust and reliability needed for sustained supercruise, flying at supersonic speeds without afterburners. China has been developing its own SS-15 engines to replace the Russian imports, but so far, their performance and reliability remain uncertain. Reports suggest overheating issues, poor lifespan, and frequent maintenance problems. Without a reliable indigenous engine, the J-20 cannot truly compete with its Western counterparts. It's like having a sports car with a weak engine. The body looks impressive, but the power doesn't match the promise. Speed and agility also tell a revealing story. While China claims the J-20 can reach speeds over Mach 2, it's unclear how long it can sustain that without damaging its engines. Maneuverability remains another weak spot. Those large canards give it lift, but reduce stealth and agility during dogfights. The jet is not built for close-range air combat. It's meant to strike from a distance, relying on long-range missiles. But even there, the question arises, can it lock on targets accurately without the advanced radar and data link systems that Western fighters use? Analysts doubt it. Safety and reliability also raise major concerns. China's aviation record has shown repeated incidents involving prototype crashes, engine failures, and software glitches. The J-20 program itself has had moments of secrecy following test failures. Unlike U.S. or NATO programs where issues are documented and addressed openly, China's closed system hides many technical shortcomings. Reports from within suggest that the J-20's flight control software occasionally malfunctions during high-speed maneuvers, forcing pilots to disengage and return to base prematurely. Its ejection system is also believed to be based on older Russian technology. Functional, yes, but far from the automatic, AI-assisted safety systems now found in Western stealth aircraft. So what makes the J-20 unique, or at least appears so? From a political perspective, it's China's symbol of prestige, not necessarily a tool of dominance. The government uses it as a psychological weapon, promoting it in state media as proof that China has caught up with the U.S. Military, it's showcased during military parades, air shows, and propaganda films as the face of a rising superpower. But on the battlefield, its uniqueness fades. The avionics are borrowed, the design is derivative, and the engines are underpowered. The jet's biggest selling point isn't its combat ability, but the narrative it carries, that China has entered the elite club of stealth technology. Yet, if you look closely, it's more of a membership badge than a functional tool. When it comes to price, the J-20's cost remains a guarded secret, but estimates put it between $110 million and $130 million per unit. That's roughly comparable to an F-35A, a proven combat jet with decades of development and battle-tested experience. Yet the J-20 offers nowhere near the same performance or reliability. China's industrial cost advantage allows them to produce cheaper, but not necessarily better aircraft. Moreover, the operational cost per hour remains high, as maintenance and spare parts for its engines and stealth coating require constant attention. It's not just about building a stealth aircraft, it's about sustaining one. And that's where China faces the real challenge. In conclusion, the J-20 stands as a paradox. It's an impressive display of ambition, but not of mastery. It's a plane built to impress the world, not necessarily to dominate the skies. Its stealth is compromised by design flaws, its power hampered by weak engines, and its combat capability overshadowed by software and sensor limitations. It may perform well in tightly controlled demonstrations, but in real combat against Western fighters, it would struggle. The J-20 represents the gap between China's industrial ambition and technological reality. It's a symbol of what China wants to be, not what it truly is. For now, calling it a fifth-generation jet might be generous. It's more like a 4.5-generation aircraft wearing a fifth-generation costume. The more you analyze it, the clearer it becomes. The J-20 is a flying illusion, a propaganda tool disguised as progress, a paper tiger with wings, and that's why the global aviation community calls it a flying lie. Because when the radar is turned on and the jets face each other in the open skies, no amount of media spin or state hype can hide the truth. The J-20 can fly, but it cannot deceive physics, engineering, or experience. It may dominate headlines, but not the battlefield. That's the difference between showmanship and substance. And right now, the J-20 leans heavily on the former. So next time you see it soaring in an air show, remember, not everything that glitters on radar is gold. Sometimes it's just a reflection of what could have been. Thank you for watching Iron Shield Media, where we cut through propaganda and bring you the real story behind global military power. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the truth behind the machines that shape our world.